So an earlier attempt of recording, it just didn't work. So we're here again. Inviting you, whether you've tried before or you just tuned in, to mindfulness relaxation, a little bit meditative as well. I will use my meditation stool to sit on, and I leave you with the choice of beginning seated, of doing the whole practice seated, or even of just starting lying down. If you feel this rush that's coming up towards the end of the year, and with all of the changes that we're experiencing this year in particular, I invite you to just simply lie down. You will be perfectly fine and most likely be able to go deeper if you don't have to look after your posture. In the posture, it is only important that you're sitting upright and tall, or in other words, even if you're not sitting, that the spine is aligned. So that you can achieve supported by lying down on the floor as well. So I will find my way into my seat while you choose your seat. So maybe coming to a point of complete relaxation already on the ground. Maybe you find this very hard. And especially if the world around us speeds up, or we perceive that as going faster and faster. Our mind is trying to keep up and might have problems slowing down. This could even be reflected in the physical body by that twitch, that inability to hold the limbs still, the constant attraction towards movement, whether that's in the body or in the mind. If that is you today, I will invite you to come away from the floor, sit yourself upright, so you've got that extra engagement of some of your muscle groups, even though it's lightly, to help you maintain an upright position. So my position here is very comfortable. I've got my bench underneath, and hoping yours is comfortable as well. If at any stage you need to move during the practice, of course you can. So let's begin by closing the eyes or steadying the gaze. By then noticing what is really going on. Do you need any extra support for yourself? Maybe a bit of cushioning under the knees. Be that seated or lying. A shawl to keep you warm and cozy. Maybe it's just that little movement that you require to get to this state. Arriving now with your whole mind where you are. The posture you have chosen, its way of holding you on the ground. Maybe wander up the spine from your base all the way to the head. Expanding your awareness to all parts of the physical body, noticing any challenges, any softness, or a sense of inner strength. Noticing maybe the thoughts coming and going, the breath coming and going in its gentle, relaxed manner. feelings and sensations coming and going. As we enter a practice of sighing without any expectations, but enough curiosity to keep you within that is occurring. Take a nice, slow, full breath, drawing oxygen deep into the lungs. Then sigh gently as you exhale, watching the breath until it fades into stillness. Pause, savor the feeling, and repeat. Take a nice, slow, full breath, draw the oxygen deep into the lungs. Sigh gently as you exhale, watching the breath until it fades into stillness. Pause, savor the feeling, and start again. Each breath you take right now is slow and full, filling your lungs with oxygen, then sighing out gently, watching the breath fade and pausing into the stillness that it leaves before starting again. Unless this is uncomfortable for whatever reason, keep going in this shape and form, breathing in gently and deeply, filling the lungs, and then releasing with a soft, long, fading sigh before adding a pause. And each time you do this, see if you can find something new about this very breath. Once you've had your next sigh and the pause, have a break in the sighing. Return to a mind of an observer. Staying with the observation of yourself. And maybe the explanation of why we sigh. Anything that opens the breath is a good thing. Because when we breathe as much as we actually need, we are more vital, more responsive, more energized and more accurate in our perception. Sighing also pumps the central diaphragm, which helps all the other diaphragms to move. The better toned the diaphragms, the easier we are able to move the fluids of our body, which means we feel more mobile. When the fluids move, we have more energy and a stronger immune system. Let's continue with a few more rounds of sighing. With a slow, full breath in to fill the lungs with oxygen. A gentle sigh while watching the breath fade into stillness. Enjoying the stillness created before repeating again. A few more sighs with full, gentle breath. Letting your next sigh be the last one for now. Your body letting go. Feeling again what happened and what sensations are present now. Choosing whether you remain in the position that you have come into at the beginning, maybe especially if that position is seated. But if you don't feel like lying down, a seated position is just as fine. If you do change position, noticing again the alignment of the spine, it all being in one line. If you have chosen to remain in your position, you might feel quite relaxed and grounded through the sighing. Maybe you can take this feeling with you if you are changing your pose. And then as you're placed again, remind yourself of softness. And if it's required, one last sigh. Before you let your awareness drop to the ground underneath you and all points of contact towards the ground underneath. Start with the heaviest ones, where you might experience some pressure against your physical body. Noticing how heavy or strong the body feels in these points. Extending your awareness then to the next lighter points of contact, where you can still clearly feel the surface and the touch of your body onto the surface, but where there's less weight. And it could be that it is that one point that is so heavy against your support, centered, and rippling out from that is the lighter touch. And if you were to follow that, that might lead into areas of your body that are facing your support, but are barely in touch with the ground. That very light sensation of touch. From there you might open your mind out into all the other parts of the body that aren't in such strong contact. But maybe they are in a strong contact with your clothing or a blanket. I invite you to really feel the texture of this touch. Noticing its qualities. Maybe softness, maybe firmness, or whatever else you experience. And finally come to the experience of bare skin against air. An even more subtle touch. Embracing the qualities of the air that you notice. Warm, cool, dry, moist. Whatever it might be that you notice in this touch. Allowing your whole body to be filled with sensations of different kinds, giving yourself permission to feel, but also to let be, to allow your body to rest. Imagine now a line running through the center axis of your body, from the base of your spine to the top of your head. Then visualize and or feel the breath flowing up and down this line, from the coccyx up to the crown as you inhale, and back down as you exhale. Breathing in from the coccyx to the ground, and breathing out from the crown to the coccyx. To aid with this visualization, you could picture each breath as a colored light, using any color that comes to mind. From your base to the crown, the in-breath. From the crown to the base, the out-breath. Gently rising and falling. And maybe the color coming in and out of your body. If you don't like the idea of the color moving, just stick with your breath. Keep it flowing, base to crown and crown to base. Aiming not to resist the idea of the breath flowing up and down your spine, your axis. Not even resisting an urge to use or not to use a color, or to stay with one or add another. Anything is up to what feels right for you as you breathe from your base to the crown and out from crown to base. if you would like to, please stay. Stay with your visualization, the breath moving up and down the axis of your body. As you come deeper and deeper into awareness and the relaxation of the physical body. If you prefer to end this practice together with me, then let go of a color that you might be seeing. Then relax your breathing and even the idea of the breath moving up and down your spine. Reconnecting to the random, natural flow of your breath. Noticing if you would like to keep this calm state you might be in, and if that is the case, there's no need to move or change anything at all other than maybe coming to sit. But if you do prefer to wake yourself up, move and stretch, you're welcome to do that too. Rising when you are ready, and if you would like to join me into a seated position where we touch the palms of the hands together, the thumbs lightly against the sternum, a very gentle bow of the head, connecting to the inner wisdom that guided you through this practice today. Our inner place of knowing, from which we're extending to each other. Namaste. Continue in your practice if that is your choice, or enjoy the rest of your day until we meet again.